And what is probably the worst defense of Hillary Clinton after yesterday's FBI press conference, a Democratic strategist is now going to defend her by saying she didn't actually know that what she was doing was wrong. Let's take a look at that.
One of the statements Donald Trump made tonight in his speech in Raleigh, North Carolina, was that Hillary Clinton lied to the American people when she said early on when this scandal came out that she never sent classified email. The FBI director said that wasn't true. There were a lot of classified emails that were sent. She also said she did not send anything marked classified. The FBI director today said that's not true. He said there were a small number that were marked classified. So was she lying?
No, I think she would be surprised or was surprised at that statement, as was the State Department, because the State Department said the same thing, that there was nothing more classified that was sent in these emails. So I think it's a surprise to a lot of people.
They were wrong.
Well, it's a surprise to a lot of folks, but I go back to the original point that the FBI director has said nothing met the standard for criminal activity. There was no intent here to violate the law. So I don't think she was lying.
Oh, wait a minute here. Oh, no, she didn't lie at all. Right? She was completely honest with everything when she said that no classified emails went through her email box. Right? Look, even the Washington Post went back and looked at her claims and rated it at 4 Pinocchios. 4 Pinocchio. That's the worst you can get. That's like a pants on fire. She lied about that. Whether knowingly or unknowingly, she absolutely lied, and that's really the point. Remember, she said, I did not email any classified material to anyone on my email. There is no classified material. Well, no, the FBI identified at least 113 emails that passed through Clinton's server and contained materials that were classified the day that, at the time they were sent. This isn't, we're not talking about stuff that was up-classified later, which about, 2,000 emails were up-classified later on. No. We're talking about at the time that they were sent, they were sensitive, which shouldn't have been in her email box because it wasn't secure. Look, some were top secret, right? Not all of them, and referred to a highly classified special access program. Some were marked classified, some weren't. But look, it's bullshit. It's a flat out bullshit lie that she did not know that they were classified. But now you have a Democratic strategist out there saying, she was too stupid to know what she was doing. Oh, golly gee, I set up a home server against the advice of the State Department because it wouldn't be secure and got emails from work about classified materials that I didn't know were classified, despite it being marked classified, which may have been hacked, but that's okay. I get to walk free because I'm too stupid to know any better. Or do you think that they're going to buy this, that we're going to buy that argument? It's literally the worst argument. Do they expect to think that Hillary Clinton is this inept? This defense, at the very least, makes her look incredibly incompetent. Now, I know better. I know that Hillary Clinton is smarter than she lets on. And that's what makes this defense insulting. And it should be insulting. Oh, poor old Hillary Clinton can't figure out how to, have an email that's secure. Oh, poor old Hillary Clinton. She doesn't know. She can't read to see if something is marked classified or not. Poor old Hillary Clinton. She's just too inept for the job. The attack ads from Donald Trump write themselves. It's amazing. We all know she's smarter than that. So if she's not an idiot, well, then she's obviously trying to skirt the law for her own convenience. Now, I want to notice, I noticed, and I want to, point out how this guy pivoted. As soon as he was challenged, he pivoted to the, well, yeah, but, the FBI said that there was no malicious intent. So, scot-free, she should be good to go. We should just let her off and say, hey, she had some bad judgment. Oh, well, add that to the list she had bad judgment on. Like Iraq, for example. Seriously. No intent. She doesn't have bad intent. So it's okay. It's okay. Look, I don't believe that was criminal intent, right? But more of an intent to maybe hide her emails from FOIA requests, to try to shield some of her personal emails or even non-personal emails from being requested by, look, there's a lot of right-wing groups that just want to do FOIA requests for no fucking reason, just so they can read her shit. I understand that. But you can't shield your, your emails, your government emails, by using a private email address. In fact, a court just yesterday ruled on the same thing and said, hey, you know what, lower court, you better reconsider your decision, because you shouldn't be able to use a private email to block FOIA requests. That's not the point of a FOIA request. The point is for government transparency. And apparently she didn't want that transparency, so she tried to skirt the rules for her own convenience. And not only that, I bet she thought, hey, email, what could go wrong? It's just email, people. Bush did, the Bush administration did it, and so can I. Well, look, the technology has evolved a little bit more than when Bush was in office. And of course, hackers have become more savvy at exploiting unprotected systems. It's a different world now. So look, intent aside, which is an incredibly high bar to prove in court, Clinton absolutely showed terrible judgment. And now, sadly, we have people that are using ignorance as her defense. And that was the best likely outcome of this whole thing. It is no wonder that a full 13% of respondents to a recent public policy poll would rather vote for a giant meteor hitting the Earth than for Hillary Clinton. And at this point, I don't really blame them.